Alright, time for a smoothie out in the mountains. The setting for today's smoothie is the White River National Forest in Colorado. It's just outside of Vail. The campground we're at is called Gore Creek Campground. See my daughter's there in the hammock. That is the Gore Creek, which is running in the rear of our campground. And since there is no electricity here at the campground, one of our important tools we're going to need today is our generator. It's a Champion 3100 inverter generator. That'll provide enough power to power our Healthmaster Elite blender. I purchased it for $75 from Healthmaster. It was a refurbished model, basically brand new. It's not a Blend Tech or a Vitamix, but it does the job overall. But one of those two will probably be our next purchases for a blender. Today in our smoothie we will have collard greens, parsley, dinosaur and regular kale, mushrooms, a banana, a little bit of Greek yogurt, and then we'll have an apple. We'll have 1 cup of mixed berries and 1 cup of tropical fruit, which includes some strawberries in there, but it's peach, mango, and pineapple. And then after we blend it all together, we will put in 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and 2 tablespoons of chia seed. And to make it all work together, we have about 26 ounces of water that'll go in there as well. So I will start mixing it together here, putting it in the blender, and then after that we'll turn on the generator and we'll blend it all up. This is just the way I do it. You can do it any way you want. I put in the mushrooms first, and then I put in the banana. What I do is I squeeze it down really tight too, because I find that it blends up a lot better and I don't have to use the poker stick. It'll just kind of blend on its own. Collard greens, parsley, and usually when I'm at home I actually put in a couple hot dogs and cooking over the fire. We still enjoy all that, but this is just help maintain some of the healthy stuff we do. And I'll put in the mixed berries, the other fruit, and then what I'll do is put in the water. And no matter how many times I've ever done this, I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Today it feels like I'm forgetting the carrots, and I am kind of forgetting the carrots, but I'm not going to put them in while we're on the road, just to be a little easier on the whole system. Now I'll go over and I'll start up the generator. After I've got the generator started, I'll come back here and I'll set the camera back up, and away we go. Blue lights on, looks like we got power. When I blend it up, I'll kind of use what's called pulse mode or ice mode to mix it up a little bit before I turn it on and stop. Take it easy, be a little easier on the blender. gotten it mixed up like that a little bit. Now I'm going to actually put it in run mode, but I'll run it until it looks like it's got a good swirl in it going, which means it's pulling down towards the blender blades. And then I'll actually set it on timer at the high speed for about a minute, and that provides me with a pretty smooth smoothie, as you know, rather than a rough smoothie. Don't like it really rocky and like I'm eating gravel. I prefer it a little smoother. So, here we go. There we go. I'm going to turn the generator down. As with the generator, after I turn it down, I unplug the power cord for the camper off of it, and now I'm supposed to run it for about a minute to let the electronics resettle and everything like that. Resets what the manual says. What I'll do is I'll pour now. I'll pour my smoothie. There's my smoothie right there. Let's see. Anyway, looks pretty darn runny. I like it a little bit runny anyways. I know some people might like it thicker. You can do it however you want. I can claim to be no expert at this. This is just kind of the method I've done. And what I really appreciate about eating these things and why I love taking it out camping with me is really it's all just natural stuff. The most unnatural thing, part of it, is the Oikos Greek yogurt. That's the most unnatural thing. Otherwise, everything is all just natural. All the vegetables are actually organic. So, and the hard thing about being on the road, compared to where I live in the Minneapolis area, and you have a lot of Whole Foods and other co-ops there, and it's easy to find. But out on the road, especially when we found it, like we were in camp a lot in Wyoming. Last year we were in Wyoming. It was really hard to find organic vegetables, fresh vegetables. Which in case, then we just went and we just were eating. If we could find fresh kale or fresh collard greens, we were doing that. But otherwise, we bring some with us. We have a fridge and freezer in the camper. We wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't have the camper with the fridge freezer, because when we pop up for so many years, we had a cooler, but the cooler wouldn't keep the frozen fruits good for making smoothies. So now I've put in my 2 tablespoons of chia and flax. I mix it up. I put chia in one and flax in the other, because the chia, after they absorb for a while, they kind of turn kind of gooey, this weird texture. And so I don't want to have that sitting around, because what I'll do is I'll have the better part of this 32 ounces earlier in the day with the chia, and then later in the day I'll have the flax. There's a number, you know, everybody's got their own method. Really, this is just about showing what are the possibilities that you can do out camping. If you're already camping with a camper with a freezer and a fridge, and you got a generator, you can bring your blender along and you can have smoothies just like home. That's about it. And then when we're done, we're sitting here There's my family over in the hammock. And here's a beautiful creek in the back of our campsite. Right over there. That's called the Gore Creek. We have our axe along, there's some wood. We got a campfire going. And you look out there, there's the mountains. And today we're gonna go actually swim in Glenwood Springs, which is about an hour from here. And there again is my station for making stuff up. Now it's time to clean up. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.